The Rowdies were last at home on Memorial Day weekend when Cal Jennings was the difference, scoring a goal against Las Vegas. The very next week, Charlie Dennis coming through as Tampa Bay takes down Sacramento on the road. Tonight, the Rowdies regroup and host Louisville City. It's next from downtown St. Pete. Welcome, everybody, to a soccer Saturday night here in downtown St. Pete. The Tampa Bay Rowdies, 6 victories on the year. Louisville City has been unbelievable, though, with 10 victories. It's the Rowdies pregame show brought to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's personal injury lawyers. Come on inside the booth, everybody. So thrilled you're here. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. It is one of the USL Championship's greatest rivalries. Tampa Bay and Louisville, another chapter here tonight, Ryan.
True, it all starts from the top and it trickles down. The management, the ownership, the facilities, and then the players on the field. They produce year in and year out, which makes these two teams a step above the rest in the Eastern Conference.
So many great players in this rivalry historically. How about tonight? Wilson Harris for Louisville City. Still wondering whether he is going to give it a go. Has a muscle strain. He's had 10 goals this year.
When you can provide a consistent threat in the last third of the field, it takes pressure off of everyone else. He finishes off moves created by the midfield and the wingers, and it provides confidence for everybody else in the last third of the field. He's a real handful.
How about for the Rowdies, a guy who was certainly not flashy, just consistent, pushing all the right buttons. I'm talking about Jordan Doherty.
Well, the Rowdies have only conceded 2 goals in the last 6 matches. Without Forrest Lasso now with the injury, all the pressure on Jordan Doherty going forward. But he's also the type of player that can pass the ball out of the back and take the pressure off of the midfield when the press comes. He's invaluable for this Rowdies team.
Tonight, the 13th meeting between these two sides. They have split right down the middle, 6 apiece. Another big factor tonight could be the weather. Showers expected later on tonight. The field crew doing a stellar job making sure this pitch is absolutely ready to go. It's the Rowdies and it's Louisville City coming up next. Stay tuned.
At Farah & Farah, we simplify your paperwork and make signing case documents a piece of cake. Farah & Farah, here to make it easy. How long does it take to set up a free consultation with Farah & Farah? About this long. Farah & Farah, here to make it easy.
When you're going through a personal injury, the little things matter. At Farah & Farah, if you can't come out to meet us, we'll come out to meet you. Farah & Farah, here to make it easy. No matter how you've been hurt, in a car accident, on the job, or from a medical mistake, it doesn't matter. Life goes on. How that life goes on is where we come in. Farah & Farah.
Getting set for kickoff here in downtown St. Pete. Windy night at Al Link Stadium, the historic venue. USL Championship soccer at its very best. Louisville City. They come in here to St. Pete. Oh, what memories from this park. The 3-4-3 in effect and 2 stars, Taylor Davila and Sam Gleadle.
McFadden on that right-hand side is going to provide some worries for the Rowdies, providing assists last week to let the Louisville City win it at the last minute. But Gleadle, Wender, Gonzalez, Serrano, and that guy Davila up top will do the trick for the visitors today.
How about the Rowdies counting with a 3-5-2? Jordan Farr has passed the test In goal for Tampa Bay so far this season, Danny Crisostomo counted on the midfielder, and Cal Jennings, the standout with the 8 goals.
Yeah, 8 goals between the two forwards. That's 16 on top for Arteaga and Jennings. But Josh Perez and Crisostomo have to find a way to contribute in midfield. Monjoma and Nyongaberi on those wings, and Lewis Hilton pulling the strings. Aaron Gian, El Capitan Nuevo.
So the sun slowly setting. 85 degrees. A little humid here tonight. You expect that in mid-June. Tampa Bay coming out with their familiar green and gold kits. It is Pride Night also here in the stadium. A little extra incentive for all of these players. The names have changed, but the brands have not. Louisville City and Tampa Bay, 2 of the elite brands in USL Championship.
Yeah, people like Sean Tosh leading this side. You know this Louisville City team is going in the right direction, and also their ownership. We talked about it at the start of the broadcast in the opening from both sides. They lead from in front, they hire the management, the facilities exquisite in both Louisville as well as in the Tampa Bay area, and it trickles right down onto the field where the product is second to no one in the USL Championship.
Our officials tonight, Ricardo Fierro, also Ben Rigel, Juan Pablo Casas, and Mario Maric organizing this match. So excited to have the Golazo Network broadcasting this match here tonight. And of course, on our local station, Tampa Bay's 44, bringing you Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer all season long.
True, let's not hide anything here. This is a rivalry. 6 wins apiece, 2 draws. Let's see who breaks the tie.
Rowdies will move from right to left. Cal Jennings puts it in play. We're underway. Thrown in across that midfield line. Ball comes back now to Eddie Monjoma. Great to see him in the starting lineup as Jennings gives chase. Keeper comes over. Damian Las, his 33 saves coming into this match. There's Robbie Nielsen, his first season with Tampa Bay. Got the 6 victories. Needs some more points as this coaching matchup brought to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's injury attorneys.
Coach Nielsen wanted to see his team be a little bit more direct. He immediately saw Lewis Hilton try to go straight to the forwards and try to create something rather than go through the build-up. Let's see if they try to go from point A to point B rapidly tonight.
Saw Danny Cruz right there for Lou City. Done a spectacular job. Just blends right in. And he has kept Louisville City amongst the elite in this league. Right now atop the table. A little bit of pressure now from the visiting side. Farr will clear it for the Rowdies.
So many goals are created in modern day soccer when you do not have the ball. The high press, everyone is committed to the press. Try to create a mistake. This man, I tell you what, he has done it. He has come in, left his mark, and lead this Louisville team. Danny Cruz, young coach. And he's brought his brand to Louisville, and they have succeeded.
Rowdies now trying to post up just outside the box. Manuel Arteaga, what a find he has been for the Rowdies. This one sent down the pitch, and here comes the Rowdies. Freddie Kleeman with the touchback to Jordan Farr. Expecting a little more from Kleeman, Ryan, here tonight. He's been a little bit quiet for Tampa Bay thus far.
He's come off the bench just a couple of minutes here and there, a start every so often in the Open Cup. Now he gets a chance with Forrest Lasso being out with that ACL tear to really get stuck in at center back and get some rhythm going in that position. It's a very rhythmic-like position, like a goalkeeper. So he's going to get some quality time and minutes where he can really pick it up.
Let's check out the injury report, the health of both of these sides. Injury report brought to you by Orlando Health Bayfront Hospital. Rowdies a little bit dinged up. Leo Fernandez once again nursing an injury. Forrest Lasso, we know he is done for the season. A huge loss for Tampa Bay. Perez and Onby not totally up to speed. for Lou City.
A big loss for the Rowdies is Bodley and Moon, two left-footed players that give Rowdies that natural width on the left-hand side. Now you have Manjuma, right-sided player, right-footed player on the left-hand side. The Louisville team knows he's going to look inside every single time. So Aaron Guillen is going to have to come around the side and provide that width.
Josh Perez, first corner kick for Tampa Bay. Crowd comes alive. Josh Perez has been sure-footed this year, 3 assists to his name. And again, official comes in, getting already a little bit feisty in there. His players jockey for position. Lewis Hilton plays it right back to Perez. He'll service one in. This one has some carry on it. Headed up. Tampa Bay trying to get that one touch right in front of the goal. Rowdies with a solid chance here, creating a little havoc in front of goal.
Heads up play by Cleveland, just heading it right across the mixer into the danger zone. And it was Lewis Hilton who showed up late and drove the ball right across the face of the goal as well.
Now the quick turn, Nyongaberi. Tremendous find for the Rowdies. The ball cut off though. And now Lou City trying to just settle down. The Rowdies have come out fast and furious. Here's one more look.
And after Cleveland headed across the goal, there's Lewis Hilton to try to return the favor. And there's his skipper Kyle Adams clearing in the 6-yard box.
Yeah, Kyle Adams, former San Diego Loyal, suiting up tonight for the visiting side. How about our keys to the match, Ryan? What do you think both of these sides have to do?
Well, for the Rowdies, they've gotten goals from Arteaga and Jennings. That's 16 goals apiece. Boy, do they need help from the midfield. Nyongaberi, Perez, Cristostomo and Manjuma. So too Lewis Hilton. But they also need goals from centre-backs on set pieces. That will really ease the pressure on Arteaga and Cal Jennings going forward and assist this team in getting 3 points on a consistent basis.
So Damian Las gives it a ride for Lou City.
I'll tell you what, for Lou City, they have to win the center circle. Lewis Hilton cannot afford to be given the room to pull strings and orchestrate this Rowdies team. So the guys in the middle like Gleedle and company have to be up on Lewis Hilton and Cristostomo to try to win that ball in the middle of the park.
"37 goals scored this year for Lou City. That is at a scorching pace. Right now they are best in the league in that category.
They're averaging 2.5 points a game. It is the best in 10 seasons. It's the fastest start from an already historic team. Just gives you the kind of quality that Danny Cruz, the coach for Lou City, what he brings to the table and what he expects from this Lou City team.
Yeah, he has got himself an absolute juggernaut here in 2024. The Rowdies hoping to slow it down here tonight. Lost touches now to the right. Good hustle here for Tampa Bay. Coming over was Arteaga, and Arteaga was ready to change possession there.
But you know, we spoke about Danny Wilson, who leads this team in goals, this Lou City team with 10 goals. But what about Serrano with 5 goals, Perez with 5 goals? So many players chip in to make this team, like you just mentioned, Drew, the consistent force that it is week in and week out.
Gonna switch up here. Aiden McFadden now will throw it in, the 25-year-old lone E from Atlanta United. And when you talk about the Rowdies and their goal production, there's 22 goals for them, 16 of those belonging to either Arteaga or Jennings. So not nearly the balance of Lou City, and that's something that Robbie Nielsen knows and he certainly wants to address.
You know, I want to talk about this. The two center midfielders, today is Perez and Cristostomo. They're very busy box-to-box midfielders, but they don't have that goal-scoring threat like a Leo Fernandez would bring in one of those positions. And the Rowdies are desperate for that type of player to help out.
Look at this. Oh, running Aaron Guillen got on his horse, but gave it away though. And a point-blank shot. Jordan Farr on point here in the 8th minute.
Well, we talk about things when you don't have the ball, you can create havoc. Louisville City doing exactly that, dispossessing the Rowdies and creating a quick counter. It was Arturo Adonis with the shot straight to Jordan Farr.
Guillen. About the hustle from Aaron Guillen. El Capitan setting the example. Doherty now, the Rowdies founding feet, really spreading things out. Over the top now, beautiful ball here. Perez had it at his feet, could not collect, and wants that one back.
Well, they create a quick counter and they're in on goal. Here comes Aaron Guillen, but he mistakenly clears the ball straight up. Looks like it was Elijah Widener whose shot went straight to Jordan Farr. It would have been a heck of an assist by Aaron Guillen.
I was about to say, it would have.
Would he have made Team of the Week after that assist?
That was beautiful. How about Jordan Farr, though? Right place, right time. 35 saves now on the season for him. And now Lewis Hilton. Perez with a little touch.
You know, the Rowdies understand how much a good keeper is needed, and the history of Rowdies goalkeepers, recent history, starting with McCarthy, Evan Lauro and company. There's so much reliance on your goalkeeper. If a mistake is made, just like that, and Jordan Farr came to the rescue, he's a quality goalkeeper, and the Rowdies do not.
Arteaga called for the foul. Got to be careful here. Shantosh going down.
Yeah, just finishing my point. The Rowdies do not skimp on the goalkeeping position. They look out for the best, and they bring in the best. That's why Jordan Farr is between the posts for this Rowdies team.
So now Jay Serrano stands over it. His teammate Taylor Davia, former Rio Grande Valley star. Blue City does such a fine job assembling their roster. Everybody just playing their role beautifully. Now to the far side, Nyangabiri will track it down for the Rowdies. There's Nyangabiri again, just does all the little things just like that to thwart runs. That pass also a little short. Rowdies have to be a little bit more careful in possession. Aaron Guillen again gets it going to Cal Jennings. Jennings, so dangerous. He can do it all himself. Tried to cut it back. Oh, nearly orchestrated a shot there. Would have been trouble.
Well, he has that center forward mentality. He had Arteaga to his right, but he wanted to get that shot off himself. He hooked it back, but the defender read him all the way.
Josh Perez going to be assessed the yellow, and I think clearly deserved it.
That is huge, Trufelios. Josh Perez now has to play the remainder of this match after only 11 minutes with a yellow card. It was the long strides of Widener coming right down the middle of the park. And that is going to be a yellow card every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
So Josh Perez assessed the yellow card. And while we wait for this free kick, I want to tell you about Select, the official match ball supplier of USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. See the website right there, top left-hand corner of your screen for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, player's choice.
Oh!
Had a shot at it. Jordan Farr able to get up as that ball nearly sails right into Ralph's mop.
The centre-back Ordonez, the man from Spain. Or was it Jake Morris? Look at this ball, just whipping that to the last post.
Stephen Cundiff right there on the drums. Crowd with a little extra juice here tonight. Another capacity crowd here at Al Lang. Attendance has been outstanding this year for these Rowdies. Blue City, they work so well in traffic. They are so calm with the ball at their feet. We're at Al Lang Stadium beautiful downtown St. Pete. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis and our awesome Tampa Bay Rowdies television crew. Been bringing you Rowdies soccer since the year 2010, all the way through this modern era. It's been quite a ride. So many great moments and memories left to come. Saturday night here is certainly an experience. Thrilled to have you with us tonight on Tampa Bay's 44 or on the Golazo Network.
Well, you want to know why Lou City has 37 goals this season? Look how they commit to the press. So many teams cough up possession. Under that type of pressure, Rowdies get out of it. They win the free kick. But you can understand that sort of intensity in your own defensive third of the field, trying to get the ball out of there, how mistakes can be made.
So Lewis Hilton right at that midfield stripe. Tampa Bay now will settle things down. Both sides have had one solid chance apiece. Kleeman hammers it forward. Once again taken away. What a presence right there in the midfield for Lou City.
Yeah, Widener again. He's so long. He can get in between the player and the ball and steal it.
Now it's Perez again. How about this floater? Jennings on top of it. Jennings, a little extra hesitation. Trying to make the angle. Oh, just can't cash in.
Well, the longer you take, the more the window closes. And Cal Jennings had a slight window of opportunity when he first got past Lass and chose not to shoot it. He cut back, and at that point the window is closed. Here's that heads-up play. Now you have a window. It closes right here. Now you have defenders on the line, and they get a piece of the ball, and the play is over.
If that touch right there would have been just a little bit lighter, he would have scored.
Absolutely. And give Lou City credit, coming all the way back, committed, protecting their goalkeeper. Damian Lass, a loanee from Austin FC from the MLS. Lou City, as well as the Rowdies, understand the value of a good goalkeeper.
So Tosh puts it in motion. Lou City now trying to counter. McFadden, though, is offside. As our official right there on top of it. See Forrest Lasso right there in the background. Still a fixture at all Tampa Bay Rowdies games. The last home game here. There's Forrest. Still showered, flooded with well wishes. Fans, their hearts are with him as he tries to recuperate from a torn ACL. His presence so missed in the back, Ryan. And when you are like Forrest, you've been in this league a while, your career now into your 30s, it's not easy to come back from an injury like that. Just ask Leo Fernandez.
Yeah, correct. The position that Forrest plays, that centre back, is not as much running, was not as much twisting as turning as Leo Fernandez has to do. So there's a great opportunity that he can come back.
This ball sent in. Rowdies once again with a slide opportunity there quickly.
What a delivery by Crisostomo. Didn't waste any time, put it right into the mixer. Created a half chance.
Relax boldly in Tampa Bay. Claim your next adventure at visitTampaBay.com. That's visitTampaBay.com. Proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Tampa Bay, just an incredible tourist destination. Denny Crisostomo, that number 17, playing a key role. Rowdies can't track this one down. Joma in stride.
But the pass didn't pay off, but that's all well and good for the Rowdies. If Lewis Hilton could get that sort of time in the center circle, then he can hit any pass on the field. Monjoma, Sotu Nyangaberi, he can go straight to the forwards. It becomes a lot easier when Lewis Hilton has time.
Hilton going down. Pops quickly back up, and now Perez gets the Rowdies running once more. Josh Perez acquired from Miami. Second year as a Rowdy. Tried to get it back on the give and go, but cut off that time was Arteaga. Far side now. Nyongabiri coming at it. This ball's going to be hammered out of bounds. Six, 3, and 4. The line so far for this Rowdies team in 2024. 22 points. Safe to say, while other Rowdies teams in the last 5-6 years have clearly kind of had an identity, this one, safe to say, everyone's still trying to sort of figure out.
I think you and I just touched on it earlier on in the broadcast. It's that area in the pitch, Drew, right behind the center forwards. It used to be Leo Fernandez territory. That type of play is no longer there.
How about Nyongabiri? Oh, so put it on the platter that time to Arteaga, but foul going to be called there.
Ooh, Sean Tosh just drawing blood. Arteaga coming in. And I believe he got all Tosh and no ball. There it is across the face of the goal. Yeah, I think Sean Tosh may have fell head first.
eFootball 2024 is here. You can live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now.
They have the license for all the USL teams. You can literally download it for free and play Rowdies versus Louisville City. All the players, all the uniforms, all the names, everything ready to go on eFootball.
That is so cool. Do you know if it's just the current rosters? Like, can you bring out Lucky M. Kosana maybe in extra time?
The legends?
That'd be nice.
Lucky on the spot. Remember that trade? The French midfielder, fantastic player, traded for Lucky M. Kosana.
Oh, yes.
He had great hair.
Eddie Bunjoma. Softly in. Oh, the header set up just over the crossbar. Beautiful idea for the Rowdies. Crisostomo was the target man.
Well, who says Bunjoma doesn't have a left foot? I said that. But he tells me otherwise. A picture-perfect cross. Crisostomo crushing the boss, getting the other side of Adams. And boy, what an opportunity for the center midfielder. We just talked about Leo Fernandez territory, Charlie Dennis territory last season. That's the area of the pitch where the Rowdies have to find some identity. Perez and Crisostomo, Charlie Dennis, if he comes in, has to start owning that spot behind the forward and in between the midfielder. Some big news coming out of USL this week. Lynn Family Stadium up in Louisville. Yep. They've been chosen as one of the facilities to house teams for the 2026 World Cup. So they'll be using their facilities to practice and to train and so on. What a story that is for Lynn Family Stadium in Kentucky, in Louisville, Kentucky.
You know, that's big news, but it's no surprise. What a facility for Danny Cruz and his team. Done a splendid job up there. Shot taken once again from distance as it shoots right by the crossbar. And you know, it took me a moment to remember his name, Antoine Hopino. How?
Antoine Hopino, the Parisian.
Yes,
that's right.
He's had quite a run.
Shortest player with the longest hair. Good player.
Here's Lewis Hilton. Beautiful pass. Josh Perez. He'll let it go on the ground. Right at Damian Las.
Well, the discussion was clearly hard in the dressing room. Center midfielder Josh Perez, they need goals from midfield. That's what we talked about before the game. And Josh Perez didn't ask for permission, didn't look to Manjuma. He let it fly and put pressure on Las.
At last check, Hopino was suiting up for Hartford Athletic.
Wow.
That as of 2023, I believe he has called it a career. Got to get confirmation on that.
Yes, we do. Very creative player, Hopino. Excellent in his Louisville setup after that trade was made.
Aiden McFadden now sharing. Taylor Davia. So many interchangeable parts for Lou City. They stick to their system. They execute it. Now it's Hilton. Aaron Guillen comes over to help.
Now you can see why Widener is third in this team in minutes for Louisville. He's like a vacuum in the center midfield, just swallows up everything. Hayes on the ball, so good in controlling the tempo and recovering the ball for Louisville.
Lou City just measuring Tampa Bay right now. Rowdies giving chase here. Nearly 25 minutes in. Taken away now by Kleeman. Well done by the second-year Rowdy. Arteaga attacking now. Oh, going down. Cal Jennings looking over at the official, and I don't believe Ricardo Fierro is going to make a call. Crowd definitely unhappy. I think they may have a point here.
There's Arteaga. Look at that run by Cal Jennings. His orange shoes, and look at just a kick out by Ordonez as Jennings was passing. Now,
and this is going to be a yellow in the air. Saw Kleeman get up, and I believe here they're going to get Jorge Gonzalez. So Gonzalez assessed the yellow. Second card of the game.
Here's Gonzalez just coming in, elbow first on Kleeman. He was aggressive. He had every right to go for it, but once that elbow comes up, the referee has to protect the player. And Rowdies for a second was questioning the tackle on Cal Jennings. That now Gonzalez and Josh Perez both on yellow cards with a lot of time to play.
Kleeman may have been split open after the collision. So Kleeman being tended to right now, and as he is being, you see the cut above the right eye. It is clear as day right now for Freddie Kleeman and the Rowdies training staff. None better.
Worst case scenario, understand no Forrest Lasso. It would have to be Joey Desart, the Jamaican, will have to come in, who's a center midfielder. He will have to play center back, or Manjoma will go back to center back, and of course Desart or somebody else will take the left wing back position.
Boom, right there. I think Freddie's going to tough this one out. I do not see him coming out of this game anytime soon. Guillen. Rowdies swarming defensively. Lou City turning and now attacking. Jay Serrano. Serrano with the service. This is a tough ball. And again, look at the Rowdies backtracking. And Kleeman, just after getting patched up, got right back to business. What a great effort there by 19.
And it was on Jorge Gonzalez again. Those two mixing it up. Yes, Kleeman, the old soldier, coming all the way back. He didn't get a piece of it, but what a teasing cross on that right-hand side by Serrano. Look at Sean Tosh. They're everywhere.
Grand Central Brewhouse, a two-story brewery, tap room, and beer garden located in the heart of Grand Central District. The brewery featuring traditional lagers and ales poured directly from European style serving tanks, resulting in fresher beer. Grand Central Brewhouse. Still scoreless here in Tampa Bay. Rowdies and Lou City battling. It's been a typical Tampa Bay Louisville battle so far.
So far possession 57% to Rowdies, 42.8 or 43% to Louisville. It's been pretty even in that midfield. As for shots, one shot apiece on target 4 shots to 3 overall to Louisville.
Right now, Arteaga pestering that back line. Perez nearly got there.
That was brilliant by Rowdies.
Here's that Rowdies pressure. Little tie up there, Lewis Hilton. Oh, he's feisty. C23 Winder looking at the official like, when is that whistle coming?
The little man from South England. He'll be all over you like a bad rash.
It's great to have the size of Winder, but sometimes when you're one of the smaller guys like Hilton, you can certainly use that to your advantage as well. Be extremely pesky on the pitch.
Yeah, low center of gravity, of course.
Did you ever have that one guy, Ryan, when you were playing soccer back in the schoolyard, where you just could not stand, you always tried to beat?
He was like a pest.
Yes.
You know, like a flea.
Always was in your head every time you touched it.
Yeah, yeah. And he just wouldn't let up.
I'm not talking about here at work. I'm talking about whenever you played. Kyle Jennings racing. Jennings clearing his own path and scoring.
Goal number 9 for Kyle Jennings. But it all started with Lewis Hilton. He had space in midfield, Drew, and he went from point A to point B. They wanted to be more direct. It was Josh Perez, little chip over the top. And Kyle Jennings, he took the window this time, didn't take the extra touch. One touch to get past last. The window was open and he finished this time. What a sweeping play by the Rowdies. Perez, Jennings, 1-0.
Jennings kept the angle. You saw Ordonez look back at his keeper last and say, why did you come out there in that instance? Jennings sensed the opportunity and took full advantage.
So good in finding the pockets of space to run into. And as soon as it opened up, Josh Perez with the most delicate of passes. And then Kyle Jennings, learning from his mistake, he had that window, that little bit of daylight, and took it.
So Rowdies on the board first. It's 1-0 here in the 31st minute. The things that Kyle Jennings does, sometimes just so tough to describe. He is just sensational.
Moves up to 3rd in the rankings for USL Championship when goals scored. Of course, Harris has 10.
Jennings again. The type of guy that will just blow up your game plan. Crisostomo now comes over and gathers. Rowdies attacking once more. Jennings with the left foot. That ball was a rocket. Jomo calling for it on the near side, but Cal figured he'd take his crack.
He had the time, he had the angle. I think he just raised his head up too soon, Drew. Just like your golf swing. Look at him. He raised his chest up, and away went the ball over the crossbar. Let Lass off the leash. Had another good window there to look at. So Markinich from Charleston Battery, number 1 in the league with 12 goals. Harris, 10, second. And now Kyle Jennings, 3rd on 9.
On Wednesday, June 19th, Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC, they clash with Eastern Conference leader Lou City at 7 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. That's June 19th. Pittsburgh taking on Louisville City, 7 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. Tampa Bay Rowdies ahead first. Al Lang is rocking, and the Rowdies, they just look dialed in tonight. I think
You know when you
more so than they've been all year.
You know when you know it's a big game. You know when you get that feeling the night before, that little nervousness, those butterflies, Drew. That's what they were feeling, and that extra energy, that extra push. You lose to Oakland 1-0.
We asked Robbie Nielsen, do you know how much this rivalry means? He told us, all the players have told me about it. I've watched video on it. I've been educated and schooled up over the past few weeks about the significance of it, and I am ready.
Especially after his Scotland lost 4-1 to Germany yesterday. So I'm sure he's all fired up and ready to go.
If he needed any further redemption reasons, it's right there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jordan Doherty sending it forward. Munjoma on his horse. Munjoma. Well done. Jennings coming into the box. Defender flew right in front of him at the last moment. Now here's Hilton. Hilton looks dialed in. Got off the defender's back. Tampa Bay will track it down here and reset.
Well, there's a little bit of blood in the water at the moment.
Another cross. Oh, a clear path. Munjoma shoots. Deflected around the box. You saw that lane wide open there, and we have got a penalty. Aiden McFadden right in the middle of it. The Rowdies will have a PK.
Munjoma, here's that first look, a clear look. He struck it well. What a save by Last. Comes off of Carl Jennings. And did McFadden miss the ball right here? And did he kick Munjoma instead? Munjoma coming around the shoulder of McFadden, gets to the ball first. And McFadden kicks Munjoma. Great save by Last, has to be said, first and foremost. But McFadden on the right of your screen, he's not seeing Munjoma coming behind him.
So now it's Manuel Arteaga. A chance at his 9th goal of the year. Damian Las in goal. The Rowdies have doubled their lead. It's 2-0.
He had to strike it well, Drew. Last did his homework. He picked the right corner up, but this one was right down into the cubby hole. Corner pocket, 2-0. And Al Lang is buzzing on Pride Night. The bad memories of Oakland starting to wash away, and Loose City is in the crosshairs of the Rowdies tonight.
So a festive environment tonight at this iconic venue. And right now, the Rowdies have gotten 18 of their 24 goals on the year from either Arteaga or Jennings. Just an incredible stat when you talk about these two.
Hall and Oates, I mean, these guys, they're unstoppable. What a combination.
Hilton yanked from behind. That's a late whistle.
He's looking like the old Louis Hilton. He's
He
really so
really
light.
does.
He's sort of bouncing in that holding midfield position.
And he's just fearless. The mentality. He is like a bulldog right now.
He's getting on the ball, which the Rowdies need, and starting to dictate the play. When the Rowdies don't have the ball, he's right up on Widener and Davila's face to try and win it back. Sean Tosh, like Kleeman, look like they've both been through the wars.
Jordan Doherty and the Rowdies once again sharing it. It's out of bounds on the far side. Farah and Farah, they are Tampa's personal injury lawyers. You can find them online at farahandfarah.com. Thrilled to have Farah and Farah sponsoring the Tampa Bay Rowdies this season. Here's Perez once again threading the needle. Arteaga, flag goes up. Rowdies nearly had their third, but calm that celebration.
You don't mind that, Drew. The movement, the picking out the pass, everything is just a step ahead of Louisville at this point for the Rowdies. Even Arteaga's run, which is obviously offside, was a little too soon.
So Damian Las off that early mistake. Would you call that a mistake when he came out for Kyle Jennings when Jennings was running down?
No, absolutely not.
You would.
He had to close off the angle. Did everything right. Kyle Jennings just reacted perfectly and got around him.
Jay Serrano now from the corner. Once again, there's Jordan Farr in position. 3 solid chances at Farr. He has responded every time.
The first touch really for Sam Gliedel, who is a Swiss Army knife for this team. The number 20 for Lou City. He plays wing back, he plays center midfield, now center forward tonight. They're certainly missing Brian Ownby and Perez. Their attacking options, and now Gliedel has to step in there.
Yeah, you mentioned Perez, who is out for Lou City, a key piece. 28-year-old, 5 assists on the year. Lou City not 100%, and this could be a problem here for the Rowdies. Aaron Guillen.
Well, Josh Perez, Drew, he immediately went down and started to rub his head right there. So the referee has no choice but to have him looked at. Aaron Guillen said he was fine, Perez said he was fine, but as soon as he gestured with his head, the referee had to go through the motions. Ricard Fierro, the referee tonight, he's doing his job. And now the training staff just going through the motions to make sure Perez is okay.
Dave Walker, head athletic trainer for the Tampa Bay Rowdies, right there. And coming up at the half, we've got a special feature. Clyde Best was in the house for the last Rowdies home game. Clyde, certainly a legend. Take you around the USL and also highlights and stats. It's all coming up at the half. Be sure and join us.
Looks like Freddie Kleeman's band on his head, not Sean Tosh, but Freddie Kleeman. They have to be looked at, as both of them with head injuries. Tell you what, it really is a war there between these two teams.
Certainly not a rivalry for the squeamish. These two clubs lay it on the line every time. Youngberry tripped up. Love his energy. And a card going to be issued.
That's Jake Morris. That's yellow card number 3 in this first half for the wing back. And that matchup against Youngberry is going to be a thankless job because he's a dribbler, Youngberry. And with Jake Morris now on a yellow card, he can't make much mistakes again.
Youngberry, the Burundi international product.
What a pickup, huh?
So gritty gutty for Tampa Bay this year. They need role players like that. Just guys that bring that sheer toughness.
Yeah.
That the Rowdies kind of lacked last season.
He is. That's 2 players.
Here he is. Just doing his thing right now.
That's Jake Morris again.
Crisostomo going down. New City players getting a talking to. And another free kick on the way from Tampa Bay. Here it comes from Lewis Hilton. Perez also there. He'll run over it. There's Kleeman once again throwing his body all over the pitch. Rowdies at home this season, Ryan, 4 victories, just 1 loss, 2 draws.
You know, it's something going on a long West Coast road trip and then coming back to Al Lang Stadium. I think for the Rowdies it was the perfect timing to get Louisville in this fixture. And we're starting this, we saw that in this first 45 minutes. We have certainly got that home cooking feeling.
Cleveland puts a little air under it. Perez coming. Ball will belong to Tampa Bay. Joma. Now it's Jordan Doherty. Youngberry again. Tries to circle it back. Defense slowly creeping up here from Lou City. Rowdies see if they will try to go over the top once more. And again, Lou City right now being called for several infractions.
Well, one of the keys to the match for Lou City was to win that center circle. And they're trying to be as physical and as gritty as possible with this Rowdies team that can do no wrong at the moment. So they're trying to battle their way back into this game, Lou City. And we can't fault them for that. Look at Youngberry having fun.
Headed forward. Kleeman scrambling back. Sends this one right to the food truck. Four minutes, extra time, 4 minutes to conclude this first half of play. Now Lou City attacking from the right. It's Gleedle. Good recognition from Kleeman. Here comes Wunjama. Another corner on the way from Lou City, just their second of the half. Coach Danny Cruz going to have his hands full at halftime. It would help huge if Lou City could figure out a way to just get on the board here, cut the Rowdies lead in half before heading to the locker room. Another line drive. Jordan Farr comes out. A couple bodies go down, and there's Youngberry right next to all the Lou City players who are warming up over there. I'm telling you, this guy's got no fear.
He's from Burundi. Excellent flick on by McFadden, but Youngberry did not give up on the play. He wasn't going to sit by and watch that ball harmlessly go out for another corner kick. He wanted to get a piece of it.
Oh! This one curling in. Jordan Farr. Ball is still alive. Farr, another hand on it, and it's finally scored. So Louisville City on the score sheet. Second, third, and fourth chance finally pays off.
Well, that's how much Youngberry did not want that ball to go back out of play. They get a corner kick. Excellent delivery by Serrano right into Farr's kitchen. Header, save with his face coming off of Ordonez. Bubbling around, another save. And looks like it was McFadden who had a assist in the 90th minute last week against North Carolina to get the winner. Now gets one back just before the half. Staying with the play, and a gritty goal by Louisville.
And now new life from the visiting side. They're right back in it.
Well, 2-0 down compared to 2-1 down is a whole different halftime discussion coming from Danny Cruz. Thiago so clinical from the penalty spot. What a weapon to have.
Again, Again, trying to get Jennings.
I wonder if it's a friendly rivalry between Arteaga and Jennings now. 9 apiece. And you kind of want that. Of course, if they continue to choose the right play, you don't want to have a wide open tap in for your fellow center forward while you go for goal and miss an opportunity. But you love the idea that both of them could just be going at it and spurring each other on.
Lehman sends it back to far. Cal Jennings' offensive production and the potential there is unlimited, but do the Rowdies need someone else? Right now, Kyle taking it himself, still making it happen. Tried to center it there. Final seconds of a wild first half. Perez called for the contact.
Well, again, they go direct to Cal Jennings. They don't go out wide from point A to point B, and Cal Jennings gets in on goal again.
So, first half in the books. Rowdies get 2 goals, but Lou City registers 1 just before halftime. Just another Lou City, Tampa Bay battle in their 13th meeting. It's got all the makings of another classic. Rowdies in Lou City at the half. Stay with us. A jam-packed halftime show coming your way.
My name is Riley and I'll be taking care of you today.
Chevy gets it. I want it, and I can afford it can be one and the same. With Chevy Trax, a car and driver 10 best. The rugged Chevy Trailblazer. And Chevy Colorado, Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Chevy, all you want is all within reach, connected by OnStar. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models, or get $1,000 total cash allowance on this Equinox. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Get ready, get set, get check. It's just that easy to sell your car with MorganBuysCars.com. First, visit MorganBuysCars.com and tell us a bit about your car. Next, receive an express cash offer online. Then, schedule an appointment at one of our 14 convenient locations to pick up your check. Plus, we'll beat anyone's offer on your vehicle, or we'll give you $500. So, get ready, get set, and get checked. Online at MorganBuysCars.com.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the Visit Tampa Bay halftime show. Visit Tampa Bay, where treasure awaits. What a first half it was. The Tampa Bay Rowdies, they lead Louisville City by a score of 2-1. Well, when we talk about Tampa Bay Rowdies history, it's one thing to talk about the legends who have scored a lot of goals or who have had a great presence. But few have had the impact on this club overall as the great Clyde Best, who was in town visiting for the Las Vegas meeting on Memorial Day weekend.
If you want to succeed, you gotta work hard. You gotta fight for one another. You gotta stay together as a team regardless. And you got to have confidence in your coach and do what you need to do. And everybody likes a winner, you know, and the city's no different. As I say, I was fortunate enough to be on the first team to win a championship with the Rowdies. And, hey, I would like to see these guys do it because the people in Tampa deserve it. My advice to the younger player was to remember respect the fans, respect yourself, give it the best you can, and if you do that, you're going to be okay. Don't cheat the game. Always try to give it 100, 110%, and you'll be okay.
Words of wisdom from the original number 9 in Tampa Bay Rowdies lore, Clyde Best. Hope you're enjoying it. Rowdies 2-1 over Louisville City. Much more of our Visit Tampa Bay halftime show coming up.
Is it somebody's birthday?
Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it.
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL.
You can see it in my eyes, only want the best. Everybody every night won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky, got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Right in front, it's tapped home. Keziah Sterling. Off the giveaway, Harris, and Lou City leads
3-1. When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common. They and their families chose Orlando Health for care, where our expert teams gave them one more thing in common: their lives back. Orlando Health. Choose well.
Let's take a look at our USL Championship Team of the Week. Congratulations to Darius Formella. He is our Player of the Week. Sean Tosh also for Lou City. We are enjoying his talents here tonight. He was the center back of the week for this team. And Dennis Sanchez, great job out at Las Vegas this season. He is reigniting that franchise. News and notes. Big partnership announced for USL Championship as they partner up with Univision. 20 matches coming your way, including the USL Championship Final. Our coach of the month, Sean McCauley of Indy 11. Tremendous job he has done. 4 wins in the league and also a couple US Open Cup wins along the way. And how about the home cooking? Lou City, they have not conceded at home. They have not lost a game at home so far this year. And don't forget about New Mexico United doing the same. A tremendous home field advantage they have created. Let's take a look at the table. Lou City atop of it. Just shows you how big a win for the Rowdies would be tonight. Certainly need the 3 points to add to their 22 total. Lou City cruising right now. Just that 1 loss, 2 draws, and Charleston Battery playing magnificent soccer as well. And how about Indy 11? Oh yeah, remember Seba Guenzati doing great things right now for the Indy side. Detroit City quietly having a solid year as well. Speaking of Detroit City, maybe their biggest win over Charleston. See the 1-1 final, Loudoun and Las Vegas. Also Hartford and Pittsburgh in action right now, 64th minute. And also still in progress, Indy 11, San Antonio, and Memphis and New Mexico. That game starting up just about right now. So when we come back, Ryan Davis rejoins us. What a beautiful night it is right now here in downtown St. Pete. What a game we got going on. 2-1, Rowdies. We'll be back.
For somebody that hasn't been through this kind of situation before, it's kind of scary. You're hurt, your car's destroyed, how's this going to impact my job, my income, my future? And Farrah made sure that I understood what was going to happen step by step, and they took care of me.
It was my first car accident. Being so young, I was clueless and I didn't know who to reach out to and what to do. The people at Farrah, they were able to navigate me through every step of the way. They showed that they cared and I felt respected.
What happens when a company puts health solutions at the center of everything it does? At Florida Blue, Tai Chi happens. Nurse visits happen. This happens. A nutrition class happens. Answers to your health insurance questions happen. And a healthier you happens. So come by your local Florida Blue Center and experience health solutions at the center.
My name is Riley and I'll be taking care of you today.
Welcome back to the Visit Tampa Bay halftime show. Visit Tampa Bay, where treasure awaits. 2-1 lead for the Tampa Bay Rowdies over Louisville City. I welcome back my partner Ryan Davis. And Ryan, I love this, the feature on the great Clyde Best that we saw at halftime. It's so fun watching these legends kind of go through the Rowdies franchise. One day we're going to be talking about Kyle Jennings, I think, the same way.
Yeah, I mean, last season, this season, he just can't stop scoring, and he's such a leader for this team now in the locker room to go along with his style of play and his quality of play on the field. People like Best and Jennings will be household names for this Rowdies organizations for years to come.
He can just blow up your defensive shape at any moment. He did that to Louisville in the first half. Jennings putting a little bit more on his plate, realizing the opportunity here in the first half.
Beautiful pass by Perez. He had a little bit of a window there. Drew didn't take it, but his second opportunity in this evening, he would not squander it. Excellent defense by the Louisville City, coming back and saving it off the line to keep the score 0-0. But here's Josh Perez again, being direct, over the top, gets his opportunity, gets past last, and even though the real estate was running out and the window was closing, look at the technique to finish and make it 1-0 Rowdies, which is the hardest goal to score, that first one for the evening. Then Manjuma, McFadden trying to clear the ball, kicks Manjuma instead. Penalty the call. Guess who steps up? Arteaga. Goal number 9. 18 goals between Arteaga and Jennings. He gives Rowdies a 2-0 lead, and well deserved. But then the corner kick, Serrano off the line by Farr, off the line again by Farr, and McFadden again, who gave up the penalty, gets one back for Louisville to make the score 2-1 going into the half. And what a first 45 minutes it was between these two giants of the game in the Eastern Conference. Taking a look at the stats, Drew, 2-1, of course, the important stat. Rowdies more possession, dictating things at home in Allianz Stadium. But look at these shots, 9-9. These two teams are still deadlocked with so much time to play. It truly is a great rivalry in the Eastern Conference.
Shots dead even at 9 apiece. These teams match up just perfectly. And you see the beauty of Al Lang. Thought we would have some showers tonight. Some of the clouds a little bit puffy in the distance, but so far so good here at halftime. The Rowdies now will move from left to right, and Lou City, imagine the emotional boost that this team got after scoring that late first half goal. Tampa Bay try and hold their ground. Lou City, this would be another huge victory if they could somehow figure out a way to pull it off. I think even a a draw on the road in a venue like this would be a positive for this Lou City side. So Cal Jennings, just a one-man wrecking crew this year. Jordan Farr back in net for Tampa Bay. And we are just about ready to roll.
You know what's exciting? The Rowdies attacking the northern end. Where the fans are, Skyway Casuals, Loves Mob. It is going to be a rocking coming down to this last 45 minutes. It is Pride Night. Boy, this stadium, just a perfect temperature for the players tonight. A little bit of a sea breeze. You can see the trees and the flags in the background. In 2022, these two teams split the regular season with a 1-0 in Ireland to the Rowdies, 1-0 in Lynn Family Stadium for Louisville. Then Louisville knocks out the Rowdies that year in the playoffs, Eastern Conference Final 2022. 2023, the Rowdies win both games through a 5-3 aggregate. We know Louisville City was coming back here with a little chip on their shoulder because they've been playing so well. But the Rowdies losing that game in Oakland had a little bit of vengeance, a little bit of salt on their lips. And boy, have they responded in that first 45. Of course, so much soccer to be played in the next 45, but that first 45 was a message by the Rowdies.
Over the top, Farr comes out, gets a head on it, and Lewis Hilton, the maestro of the Rowdies attack, sending it forward. Arteaga, solid slide right there. Safe to say the next 45 and change will be perhaps the most intense soccer this Rowdies team has seen and experienced all season. Jennings tracking it down in the corner. Youngaberry laying it for Hilton. Hilton looking for safe haven. And there are some of the substitutes. Jay Serrano. Niall McCabe will check in for him. So Niall, a household name in Louisville. Good to see him back on the field. Amadou Dia also is going to enter, number 13 for Lou City. Youngaberry! Right at that 6-yard box. Rowdies could not have asked for a better opportunity. Just could not put that finishing touch on it.
Arteaga is going to be staring at the ceiling fan tonight, thinking about that one. Youngaberry put it on a platter for him to make it 3-1, and he miskicks the ball.
How about one more shot? Arteaga cutting it back, shooting off the crossbar. Rebound, Jennings. Two just brilliant opportunities there for the Rowdies, and they cannot cash in.
But these are the things that separates teams. Arteaga, this is a second opportunity in just 30 seconds. It's the crossbar this time. Excellent power, just elevates it. And then Cal Jennings had last scrambling and squanders it. And now the score stays at 2-1. And there was that substitution.
Those are plays, too, that you're certainly going to remember. They're going to stick in your gut.
Louisville City with 37 goals over there in there, being the leading scorer of this league. They're on top of the Eastern Conference because of their ability to score goals and put those chances away.
Jansen Wilson, number 25, into the match as well. So two tremendous opportunities for the Rowdies for naught. And now here comes the counter. Aaron Guillen right there.
Tell you what about the legend Niall McCabe coming in? I mean, you talk Louisville City, you talk this man, 34 years old, second all-time in appearances for this club.
He has been there, done that throughout this league.
And has a couple t-shirts. There he is.
See the respect that he garners. He is a locker room favorite, known throughout the league.
Oh, by the way, he's very good on set pieces. He's come in at the right time. He's won a free kick. And Drew, I tell you what, with the big centre backs starting to pile up at the last post, let's see how Cleveland and company handle this free kick.
Taylor Davila also with him, but it looks like McCabe is going to handle it. No, it will be Davila. And Aaron Guillen there once again. Guillen has looked exceptionally sharp for Tampa Bay. Another dangerous ball, and another one that sails over.
Good defending by Manjuma. What you have to do is put a body on somebody. They win the corner kick, but he gets right in between Ordonez and the goal. Does not allow Ordonez to get any sort of contact on the ball to put pressure on Jordan Farr.
Now here comes that corner and the in swing. So Blue City setting a tone here. Amadou setting it in motion. And now to the end line. Right there, Arteaga.
Look at the tackle by your center forward, Arteaga. This is what it means in this locker room against this match against Louisville City. Your center forward coming all the way back and slide tackling just to prevent the cross. This is what it means.
Another one coming at you. In traffic, put on the ground and scored. Lou City has pulled level at 2. What a turn of events.
Another corner kick, another goal. Just before the half, they got one back. They didn't take care of the cross. The ball bubbled around, and Danny Cruz has himself an even score. In swinger, and Jordan Farr saw it late, Drew. Didn't react in time. It comes through traffic, and at that time it was over the goal line. And missed opportunities with Arteaga and Jennings a couple of minutes before now means Louisville City have drawn even.
And once again, we go back to those couple Rowdies chances to start the second half. Sort of came back to haunt Tampa Bay right there. Rowdies can't clear it. Blue City will take full advantage of the opportunity. End over end once again. Jordan Farr coming out. There is a Rowdies player down, and I believe that's Josh Perez.
See, he landed on his coccyx bone. I mean, Rowdies do have Charlie Dennis ready to go if needed in that position.
Charlie Dennis, a guy that Rowdy diehard fans would like to see more of. And perhaps right now would be a good time.
Of course, Dennis, that breakout season last year, 11 goals from that midfield position. Here's Perez going up, and look how he lands right on that coccyx bone. I'm not a doctor, I just play one on TV, Drew, and that hurts really bad.
Yes, it does. 2-0 Rowdies lead, erased.
And not a race from open play, from set pieces. Louisville really hasn't created anything in open play, but boy, they are resilient.
Now Lou City wants to build. Gonzalez. This one sent to the near side. Elijah Winder, 3 goals he has scored this year. See the connection there, Perez. And the Rowdies trying to counter, but Tampa Bay a little bit sluggish right now. The USL Championship on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. You can catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the Galazzo Network and on ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings.
Coach Robbie Nielsen wants his centre forwards to rotate left to right, stay together as a unit, stay close, don't get separated.
Doherty. Rowdies right now just reeling a bit. Jennings flying through. Youngerberry now will throw it in. I think in situations like this right here is where you sort of miss a guy like Forrest Lasso, that leader, that guy just to kind of redirect everybody and get him back on track. Or maybe even a guy like Leo Fernandez. For the Rowdies, Aaron Guillen has got to be that guy, Jordan Doherty as well, but
two legends of the Rowdies, recent history.
Yes.
They provide leadership at Kleeman. As you can see, he had a black headband, now he has a white headband. And it looks like he's telling the trainer exactly what the issue is. He's done a great job stepping in since Forrest Lasso has had to depart. Starting to find his footing, starting to find his rhythm.
Yeah, refreshing to see him just get in there and battle tonight. Wondering throughout the year if we would have a Freddie sighting. But again, if you're a Rowdies fan right now, you just don't like the way this second half has transpired. You got Perez going down hard, barely gets up. Kleeman staggering down right now, and fans trying to inject some life into their home side.
What a story. Let's talk Louisville for a second here. You're not playing well. The Rowdies are doing everything right, and you find a way to get back in the game. That's different layers to your team. Coach Robbie Nielsen, of course, talking it over with his coaching staff, looking for suggestions. There's always Jordan Doherty that can go into that centre-back position, which he's immediately gone to. Or is it Aaron Guillen? Maybe Eddie Monjoma has to come back and play left centre-back. Let's see what they decide. Kleeman may come back on. Nicky Lowe, of course, a Rowdy player, assistant coach, right in the ear of Robbie Nielsen, and Jordan Farr can't believe it. An equalizing goal by Gonzalez, Jorge Gonzalez. But let's talk about Louisville, being scrappy, finding a way to get an equalizer. Not in open play. That's what teams that are so successful over a long period of time, that's what they do. They find ways to get the ball in the back of the net.
Yep, they did not panic.
Uh-oh.
Arteaga finally picks it up. Oh, and a foul going to be called a little bit late. Crowd extremely unhappy. Crisostomo gives our official an earful. So Ricardo Fierro.
Well, a bang play there, Drew. Ordonez turned right into trouble. Arteaga picked his pocket, but did he tread on Ordonez to win the ball? Let's see. He turns into traffic. Arteaga comes late, and he stands on Ordonez. Good call by the referee. Arteaga never touched the ball, and his cleats were all over Ordonez to win possession. Excellent call by referee Fierro.
Arteaga can't believe it. Here's Winder. Lewis Hilton over there. I spoke about leadership. Hilton, certainly one of those guys. Remember, soccer, a free-flowing game. If this were basketball, you'd call a timeout right now because you just need to regroup everybody and get everybody on the same page once again.
That's why momentum is so big in this game, because you can't stop the bleeding sometimes. And Jordan Farr, goalkeepers have to manage the game as well when they get the ball in their hands. Be patient or be quick in distribution.
Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hear live matches from the USL, the MLS, the Premier League, and more. Sirius XM FC 157.
Here's Niall McCabe. He gives up the free kick, but it just shows how good Louisville is in pinning you down in your own third. They get away with a free kick, but as soon as the ball is advanced into the Rowdies' defensive third, the white shirts just blanket over your team, and it's hard to get out.
So Kleeman is back on the field for Tampa Bay. Jennings. Youngaberry with Crisostomo. Crisostomo's flick over to Jennings. Kyle trying to whip it around. Jennings to the end line. Cleared by Lucidi. Joma. Possession short-lived for the home side. Good job by Doherty to cut that one off.
I tell you what, though, the scoreline is indicative of the quality of play. Both teams just going at it. 11 shots to 8 to Louisville. It's been an open game. Both teams have had big chances, big opportunities.
Arteaga.
2 big chances to Louisville, 3 big chances for the Rowdies. Score being 2-2, and it's been an open affair. And the rivalry has lived up to the hype through, no matter what.
Lucidi back to work. Rowdies giving chase once again. Aaron Guillen's been all over the place tonight. Relax boldly in Tampa Bay. Claim your next adventure at visitTampaBay.com. Let's visit TampaBay.com. So many great sights to see around the Tampa Bay area. The site has got it all. Proud sponsor of the Rowdies. This one comes in. Another ball serviced beautifully. And it was Youngaberry sticking his head in there. So now he is shaken up. This has been not a friendly half thus far to the Rowdies health-wise. We are seeing way too much of the trainer.
Question is, do they have any more of that wrap, that head wrap?
Yeah, Dave Walker. I love Dave Walker, but we've seen him too much on the field here tonight.
Yeah, I think he's exhausted, Dave Walker. He may need a walker, Dave Walker, to get on the pitch. Cross to the last post, and guess who it is? It's his substitute.
Oh, right up against the post, Ryan.
And the man from Burundi may be strong, but there's only so much he can take.
I mean, he gets wrapped around here.
Here's Dia coming right over his back. Good call by the referee, but right into the back, onto the pole. Pole 1, Youngaberry 0.
Saw the little shove in the back there. So Youngaberry bent in half. So at what point will we see a Rowdies substitution? And this young man right here, Zach Harivo, has been on the Rowdies roster for well over a year. Came on to start 2023, and he is about to make his first appearance here at Al Lang Stadium in a regular season USL contest. Ryan, I think I can say that. He has constantly been on the injured list, has hung with it though.
A huge buy coming from Birmingham Legion two seasons ago. An influencer, an impact player, but the injuries have riddled him. He's a box-to-box type player. And Youngaberry, is he coming off? That's the question. No, he looks like he's going to come back on. But Zach Harivo usually plays in the middle of the park. Let's see what the decision is of who's going to come off. Huge round of applause to Zach Hervo. This man has fought back, the Haitian international. Played against Leo Messi in Argentina. Huge story. That was, what an experience. And now he's on Arlan Stadium for the first time in his Rowdy career after a year and a half. Looks like he might be playing right centre back, Drew. Freddie Kleeman coming off.
So Kleeman's shift is done. And Kleeman looks like he has been through a boxing match.
Looks like he just stormed the beach in Normandy in France. Patched up, ready to go.
Just had a fight with Tyson Fury.
Well, you expect nothing less against Louisville City. The score is 6 wins apiece and 2 draws. Dead even between these two.
This ball sent on. Trying to hit that far post or at least come close. And Jordan Farr now will have a goal kick for the Rowdies. Saw Jensen Wilson, a couple goals on the season for him.
Looks like that ball was rolling. Never came to a complete stop, and Jordan Farr is going to have to try and do it again. Oh, the ball is in play.
Shove from behind.
There's a commitment again. Niall McCabe pushing all the way up from centre midfield. There they are, in full strength.
That has become a signature clap for Rowdies fans. Originating in Scotland. Perez goes down again. Spent a lot of time on the carpet here tonight. Charlie Dennis is up for Tampa Bay, so likely going to have another sub here shortly. Rowdies have been quiet offensively since those 2 near misses. Nyongaberry, how about this? Pacific Nyongaberry, penetrating, nearly scored.
Well, Diad tried his best to stay in front of him, but the strength of the man from Burundi just brushed him aside and had a shot. Good save by Lass. But Nyongaberry did the right thing. He was aggressive against his substitutes and made him earn his keeper. This is trouble.
Another yellow. Kyle Jennings thrown down that time by Arturo Ordonez. Official quickly stepping in.
Well, they've been physical all night, Lou City, trying to combat this Rowdy wave. It looks like Dennis is going to make his way.
So here comes Charlie Dennis. Had a goal on the road for the Rowdies in that Sacramento match. Josh Perez, gritty gutty for 98 tonight. Finally, his night is done. Dennis is that guy that can just provide magic at any moment. It'd be great for the Rowdies to see it here.
Breakout season in 2023. Had that injury early in 2024 and is trying to get back, trying to find his rhythm.
Dennis, little air under this one. Oh, Rowdies had it set up beautifully. And it was Zach Harivo who had the header set up.
Oh, what a moment that would have been if Harivo could have put that one in the back of the net. Good teasing delivery by Charlie Dennis and hit the top of Zach Harivo's head.
You know, I love Charlie Dennis on set pieces. I just think,
yeah, his delivery.
He's got that delivery. He's got that, that perfect touch on the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Just enough whip and control.
Arteaga. Jennings got close, and it's off Nyongaberry.
Arteaga is now holding that left knee. Just landed awkwardly when Ordonez was right behind him.
Rowdies are going to be feeling this one tomorrow morning.
Look at Ralph's mob and Skyway Casuals behind the northern end.
Another change here coming on. This is the player that we talked about in the open. Wilson Harris set to come on as Ralph's mob continues to make their presence felt. This guy is a difference maker. Wilson Harris, double digits in goals this year for Lou City. 10 times he has found the back of the net. Inserted here in the 70th minute.
Yep, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago against Detroit, which was his last game before he got an injury. Scored a brace against Detroit. So he's in ripping form. But like everyone else, just sort of hobbling and nursing injuries as we get into the dog days of summer in the USL.
Dennis shoved down from behind, looking for a foul. We play on. Zach Haribo now sizing things up. Haribo's got some quicks. They were a little concerned about his fitness coming into tonight, but you can see it is building.
Even though he's a center midfielder, Drew, I think it's a perfect scenario for him because at that center back position, he's going to have a lot more time on the ball to gain his confidence, Zach Haribo. He is pulling wide to Far's right. Far goes to the left, but it just shows he will have time on the ball to regain his confidence as he tries to get some more valuable minutes under his belt.
Now it's Hilton. If you're just joining us, the Rowdies had a 2-0 lead in the first half, but Louisville City came storming back. A goal late in that first half, an extra time, and then they came out open the second half with the goal to tie it.
Here's that time we're talking about for Zach Haribo to get a touch on the ball.
Jordan Doherty. Crisostomo. Nicely done. Dennis connecting. Get this one ahead. Long run over there for Munjoma. Munjoma wins it. Oh, called late. So a whistle here, and they don't get the one on Charlie Dennis. And right now the Rowdies should have a beef. And there's Dennis asking our lead referee, Ricardo Fierro, hey, where was my shove in the back?
It looked like Munjoma did everything right. Here's Sean Tosh trying to shoot it. He comes behind him and gets a piece of it with his left heel. Tosh goes down. Here's that left heel right there. Steals the ball from Tosh. And then you have Arteaga and Jennings yawning in front of the goal.
So some bad luck there for Tampa Bay. And a little more to overcome. Lou City will bear down. Doherty. Calmly attacking for Tampa Bay. Kyle Jennings collects. Here comes Jennings. Crisostomo laying it off. Shot. Near the goal, sent out. Once again, lead official Ricardo Fierro. He is not the most popular man in the stadium tonight, that's for sure.
Had some tough bang calls he had to make. This all started with Jordan Doherty, by the way, finding Kyle Jennings. He leaves it to Munjoma, with Crisostomo comes right across the goal. Good defending by Ordonez.
Trying to keep everybody in check, and we're going to see what the youngsters for the Rowdies check in. So 18 and 8, Nate Worth will make an appearance. Also Damian Rivera, another young sensation. loads of talent he possesses for the Rowdies. But right there, here comes Mr. Nathan Worth. First season as a Rowdy, came over from FC Tulsa, and a former member of the New York Red Bulls Academy. Signed that first pro deal when he was just 15.
He is busy, he's creative, Nate Worth. The Rowdies can use that creativity now as Louisville is slowly starting to get themselves back in the game on the ball, not just the scoreline. Crisostomo, he had a busy game, he had an industrious game, but really didn't create anything, Crisostomo.
Another shot from behind, Munjoma, the recipient.
He's been excellent, Munjoma. He's been everywhere up and down that left-hand side, picking up his defensive responsibilities, creating chances, that width at that left wing back position, which Robbie Nielsen could not have asked more from him.
So Doherty and Tampa Bay now with Aaron Guillen attacking. So excited you're with us tonight on the Galazzo Network, or if you're watching on Tampa Bay's 44 locally. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis and our Tampa Bay Rowdies television crew. This has been a dandy. Lou City and Tampa Bay, two of the premier franchises, USL Championship. Jordan Farr gets it out to Haribo. Berry, and now Charlie Dennis. Dennis got it working with Jennings. Jennings turns right into the teeth of that Louisville defense. And here's the youngster, Nate Worth, making a decision. Tried to squeeze it between two defenders, and it will belong to Tampa Bay. Get ready, Rowdies fans. Mark your calendars, June 21st, as the Rowdies take on Hartford. Join us for the ultimate watch party at Colony Grill, 670 Central Avenue. Wear your Rowdies gear. Get 25% off pizzas and a chance to win prizes. Colony Grill, it's the pizza for getting rowdy. Ian sends it up. And now Nyongaberi. Pacific Nyongaberi. Jennings in the neighborhood.
He is so strong, Drew. Uses that wide body to turn on his defender and then create room for himself. The delivery wasn't the best from Nyongaberi, but Arteaga coming out of the game now. Now we have Kyle Jennings. He really is the only true center forward out there, Kyle Jennings. And yes, young Rivera, he's a wing player on that left-hand side, not really a center forward type player.
Holding up tonight in goal for Lou City after conceding 2 early goals. Ojama. Both teams looking for an edge here. Haribo a little bit tied up that time, and it should belong to the visitors. Elijah Winder, he is a tough mark. Rowdies able to take it away. Charlie Dennis running down that left flank. And now Hilton.
Excellent recovery by Lou City. There was a quick counter press for the Rowdies, and the white shirts got all the way back, and now Rowdies have to start from point A.
Got a piece of Worth that time. Haribo with it. Haribo threads the needle. Worth trying to center it. One more time for the youngster. And the keeper comes over. Little collision there with Jennings. And ref going to give Lost the benefit of the doubt. How about Worth making it happen?
Yeah, staying with the play for the second time. Takes a second bite of the apple here. A little bit of a chip. Cal Jennings just shouldering last. Can't do that.
Going to protect the goalie in that situation.
Absolutely.
You're a little surprised that Coach Nielsen decides to go with the youngster in a situation like this, in a rivalry like this.
Yeah, I think, you know, this is what he has available to him right now.
Sure.
Leo Fernandez just not fit at the moment to be that another attacking option off of the bench. Charlie Dennis was that attacking option. He came in for Perez. And now Rivera has to turn in to a center forward to partner up Cal Jennings. Now a chance for Louisville City just to slow things down just a little bit. Take the air out of the ball. On the road, had to come from 2-0 down. And Rowdies certainly have had the better of the play in open play.
Younger Berry to track it down for Tampa Bay. The ball skates out, and we may have a corner coming up here for Lou City. We had a lot of sponsors tonight. Maybe our best for last, the Rowdies. Brought to you by Hooters, the original wing joint. Hooters, the original wing joint. Several locations around the Bay Area. Legendary wings, the original Hooters in Clearwater, right off Gulf to Bay.
I can taste the buffalo right now, Drew.
Nothing like that taste. Some curly fries to go with it. Jordan Farr bringing it down. I'm getting hungry.
Just to give everyone a snippet with just 10 minutes to go. Rowdies 54% possession. Louisville 46. Shots 13-11 Rowdies, but that's 24 shots between these two teams. Both of them 6 apiece on target. That means Farr and Lass have been busy. And it's just been end to end. And you mix that attacking flair with some real physicality, and you have yourself a masterpiece. A rivalry between the Rowdies and Lou City.
Rowdies have taken their bumps here tonight. If you are Lou City, do you figure right about now, Ryan, you're thinking, okay, we get out of here with a point. It's a job well done. We'll take it. Is there a different mindset between both teams right now? What do you think Danny Cruz is thinking?
Absolutely. I mean, the way the Rowdies have played for the most part of this match. I mean, Lou City got their goals from clawing back from set pieces. But yeah, the Rowdies have had great value for their 2 goals, while Louisville City have really had to be physical, pick their spots, really just scramble and get ones over the line to bring it to 2-2. Absolutely, you come away with a draw here, and Danny Cruz has to be happy.
Loss clears it once again. Battle in the midfield now. Worth comes over. Haribo the interception. Hilton trying to get to it. Center circle now. Haribo again.
Look at those strides, how quick Zach Haribo is to get back on that ball. That's what the Rowdies have stayed with him for so long, understanding what he is as a footballer. Boy, are they excited.
Tampa Bay, opportunity here with Dennis. Charlie Dennis trying to turn it around. And it'll head out of bounds. The Rowdies will have a corner kick. You know, we were talking before the game with Rowdies PR man Jake Nutting. He was telling us about the talent. Zach Haribo said, trust me, this kid can play. You're going to see the talent. I think tonight we're seeing samples of that.
True. Without Kliman, without Forrest Lasso, I really want to see the Rowdies play something short here. But I know Lewis Hilton and his incredible delivery. Can Zach Haribo get on the end one? Charlie Dennis maybe. But there is certainly a lack of height in this Rowdies lineup at the moment.
Hilton, this one's got some curl towards the goal. Worth coming up. And another whistle. Now that's a 50-50 ball. Don't agree with that call.
Well, the white shirts on the ground are indicative of how this game has been played. We still are not clear of who's coming off, but looks like Louisville is going to make a change.
You know, we've seen a couple set pieces, bedlam ensue, and play continue. Right there, fans are unhappy because the Rowdies simply trying to exert their will there. And the play cut off. Dylan Maris set to check in here for Lou City. And Gonzalez will go to the bench.
Well, Gonzalez getting that equalizer, just coming through the traffic. Jordan Farr seeing it late, but he is battled with the centre backs, him and Freddie Kleeman going at it in the first half. And now Gonzalez, what a shift he's had.
One more look at the play. This is just physical soccer. It looked like friendly fire there. A couple Louisville players ran into each other. So a throw in here for Lou City. And it will be Amadou doing his thing. Lou City here will reset. ESPN2 is the channel to watch Saturday, June 22nd, a USL Championship doubleheader. Monterey Bay FC battles Oakland Roots. And a game one at 6 p.m. Eastern time, followed by Phoenix Rising taking on the Charleston Battery at 10:30 Eastern. So a doubleheader there coming your way on June 22nd. You definitely want to stay tuned for that. Another yellow dealt here to Nyongaberry.
Nyongaberry just going through the back of Dia. Wins a free kick and a yellow card against Nyongaberry. So we saw Louisville City on set pieces claw their way back in this game. Can they steal one with 5 minutes to go? Ryan McCabe, just a master in these dying situations, these closing minutes of matches. So many big moments for the Irishman.
Once again, Jordan Farr put on notice here. Dangerous play here. Lou City going for the lead. Farr gets a fingertip on it, just enough.
Well, he went for it. Saw that pocket of space in the top corner and went for it. And Jordan Farr, excellent save, protecting that last post against the crossbar. Great technique.
Got to deal with one more coming from the other side. This has been Lou City's game tonight. Desperate chance right there, sent over everybody. And you got to get the soccer ball off the field here to continue play. There's going to be significant extra time after we hit that 90-minute mark. You've got to figure we had lots of stoppages in this half number 2. Got to be a handball. Crowd wants it. We play on. Rowdies continue. Here we go. Lost inside the 18. That was Rivera over there.
He's so good out in that left wing, Rivera. Almost like Thierry Henry, just taking on players. No end product though.
Doherty sends it over here to Haribo. We're in the 90th minute. Deadlocked at 2. Worth collecting for Tampa Bay, and now Lewis Hilton. Switch the point of attack now. Aaron Guillen to Rivera. Guillen gets it back. El Capitan ran into a wall. See the strategy of Lou City. Just clear it. Looks like they are content to play defense the rest of the way.
Look at Zach Hereford. He's full of life. So happy to be back on the pitch and healthy again. He's everywhere at that right centre-back position.
Crowd pleading for one more max effort from their Rowdies. Hilton trying to deliver one. Unjama, he's had quite a night. 6 minutes extra time, 6 minutes.
Well, at this point, Louisville staying compact, sitting back in their own defensive third. And Rowdies are going to have to come up with something special to break them down. They're not going to just come forward. Rowdies play around and find space. They're going to sit back and have the green shirts come onto them.
So many great moments in this rivalry. I think back to that great night, 2021. Tampa Bay and Lou City. Rowdies trying to come back. Lucky M. Kosana with maybe the greatest moment in his career. Couple goals to pull the Rowdies level. Eventually Tampa Bay would move on to the USL Championship.
Lucky on the spot. Right here in the northern end, by where the fans are.
You just wish a moment like this he was in the building.
Yeah.
But he is not. The Rowdies have got to find their next hero. Could it be Nyanga? This one's set. Nice spot. It is scored. The Rowdies have gone on top. And it's the youngster Damian Rivera delivering.
Drew Felios asked for it, and Nyanga and Rivera delivered. He thought about crossing on the right foot, Drew. Went back to the left. The play was done. It was closed. Not from Nyanga to the last post. And the youngster, the loanee from New England, outside of the foot. What a delivery. A teasing delivery. Nothing much Lass can do. And Rivera right there from 3 yards out to tuck it home in front of Ralph Smog and Skyway Casuals.
Amco Sana passes the torch to Rivera. We've got a new hero in this rivalry.
What about the man from Burundi, though? Put it on a platter.
Yes, certainly. Pacific Nyanga. He has provided some moments, and this young man, Damian Rivera, flashes of brilliance in 2024, but no moment as big as that one.
Another moment for Rowdies and Lou City.
Jennings in stride now, can try and beat the keeper there. See that collision. Those guys have met face to face a few times tonight. So if you're Tampa Bay here, Ryan, what's the approach the rest of the way?
You have to sit back. You cannot allow yourself to get stretched. You're now up a goal with 3 minutes left in injury time. The green shirts have to get behind the ball. And if you're Louisville, you're going to have some time to play the ball in midfield, because your Rowdies have to sit back and try to consolidate. There's no rush for Louisville. They have 3 minutes on the clock. Now, Louisville do have the edge on height, and they now have another set piece. And Niall McCabe is sitting over this ball, hands on hips, while players like Adams, like Tosh and company are now piling up at the last post to try and get something.
Free kick here for Lou City. It's McCabe. It's got some good trajectory on it. Tampa Bay gets to it first. Now it's Dennis. Well done once again. Nyongaberi all over the place. And we have got another yellow. Dennis was clipped as he was just about to hit stride.
Referee Fierro, you have to hold on to that yellow card and have Charlie Dennis play the advantage.
For him to blow that dead, Ryan, do you think in that situation you let Charlie play on there? He had open field ahead.
And then you go back and deliver the yellow card when the play is over. It's never easy being a referee. It is a thankless job. Here it is again, Charlie Dennis. And that is a yellow card tackle from Dia. Could be a red card, but he had the freedom of Al Lang at that point. And yes, he was angry.
I think Dennis was carded as well in that sequence. So go figure. So Fierro, right now, in a moment where both of these teams are absolutely going at each other. Unfortunately, the officiating continues to be a bit of a question. There you see Lewis Hilton just shoved down. Hey, it's Louisville, Tampa Bay. What else do you expect? Hilton. This shot just misses the scoreboard. Ralph Smob gonna let him know.
Uaya is the chant, and they are in full flow in that northern end.
So Jordan Farr will place it down here. Lou City may have just one attempt remaining, if that. Damian Loss. He's got to get it down on the Rowdies' end. Tampa Bay scrambling back here. Rowdies have got to be careful. Inside the box, Doherty. Here comes Worth.
Anywhere will do right now for Lou City. Anything into the box will do.
Everybody on deck here in green and gold. Can they get a service in? There it is. Jordan Farr snatches it out of the air, and that could do it.
There was a hit and hope sort of scenario for Louisville. Robbie Nielsen checks the watch, and Jordan Farr has to manage some time. Does not have to kick it. He can wait for Louisville.
More physical play. Dennis again in the middle of it. Amadou Dia once more. Ricardo Fierro has that whistle in his mouth. And the Rowdies ready to celebrate. Full time. The Tampa Bay Rowdies ride a roller coaster here tonight at Al Lang Stadium, and that young man right there, Damian Rivera, comes up huge. Pacific Nyongaberi delivers it to him, and the youngster with the finish. What a night.
Well, another page in this rivalry's history, and it did not fail to impress. Rivera, the youngster, has no idea. He's too young to know, Drew, of what these two teams, what it means. But he writes his name in history. Nyongaberi, of course, the creator. And what a scoreline, what a match.
Rowdies fans celebrate. They also take a deep breath. Lou City is still an incredible team, but the Rowdies get the better of them tonight. 3-2, the final. Rivera, the hero, will wrap things up when we return to Al Lang.
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common: They and their families chose Orlando Health for care, where our expert teams gave them one more thing in common: their lives back. Orlando Health. Choose well.
If you have a situation where you need a lawyer, Farah and Farah's team give you the best service that you can have. They set up all your doctor's appointments. They are very honest, very trustworthy. You couldn't be in better hands.
Whiplash, sprains, strains, and tears. There's nothing soft about soft tissue injuries. But somehow, big insurance companies have the nerve to not take them seriously. If you're dealing with a soft tissue injury, call Farah & Farah. Our results are no accident.
Chevy gets it. I want it, and I can afford it can be one and the same. With Chevy Trax, a car and driver 10 best. The rugged Chevy Trailblazer. And Chevy Colorado, Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Chevy, all you want is all within reach. Connected by OnStar.
Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models. Or get $1,000 total cash allowance on this Equinox.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
It's perhaps the greatest rivalry in USL Championship for a reason. Tampa Bay and Louisville City lay it on the line once again. The Rowdies, one goal better. The 3-2 result. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis. A night to remember here in downtown St. Pete. Fireworks early, fireworks late. So many twists and turns in this matchup as well. The Rowdies coming off a West Coast road trip. Back at home, they knew they had to get off to the good start. They did just that, but Louisville certainly answered and more.
In open play, they were just hungrier, they were quicker to the ball. Josh Perez, the second pass to Carl Jennings, and this time Jennings delivers. 9th goal for this season. Monjuma, the save. McFadden kicks Monjuma instead of the ball. Penalty call, and guess who steps up? The Venezuelan. His 9th for the season. 2-0 Rowdies, and they're flying in the first half.
So Manuel Arteaga delivering the goal. Lou City, though, just before halftime, they come through. Look at the number 5, Arturo Ordonez, right in the middle of it. Couple tries there on Jordan Farr. Farr does everything he can, but just not enough. Aiden McFadden also in on that goal as well. Rowdies had some chances to start the second half. They couldn't cash in.
That was the second chance in 30 seconds that you're seeing there. There was another one where Arteaga miskicked the ball. Carl Jennings fluffed one as well. Then, from a set piece, another set piece. It's Gonzalez, the center forward. Farr saw it late, and Louisville somehow clawed their way back in until this man, the man from Burundi, to the youngster. And it's 3-2 Rowdies. Rivera, the finish. What a story. And the Rowdies back home to get a win in our land against their biggest rivals, Lou City.
I mentioned during the game we weren't sure of the Rowdies' identity going into this match. I think they found it tonight against Lou City. It was that type of performance. Look at the shots. Rowdies won better. Possession, they own that stat as well. 5 yellow cards dealt out. Tampa Bay played tough from start to finish. And Ryan, now if you're the Rowdies, guess what? You got to go on the road 3 more times in a row at Hartford, at Loudoun, at Detroit. Our upcoming schedule brought to you by Minhouse.
Well, they call this the dog days of summer for a reason, and the Rowdies have to go on the road. Now that you get a big win at home, you get that feel-good attitude to do the hard stuff. You start playing the basics, you get your identity, which the Rowdies seem to have discovered tonight. The center midfielders, Cristostomo and company and Perez, showed up and really were busy with Lewis Hilton pulling the strings from deep, and of course Arteaga and Carl Jennings. Let's not count out Monjuma on the left-hand side and Nyanga on the right. Everyone seems to be hitting stride as they go on the road for the dog days.
Rowdies do not return home until July 13th when they welcome in Orange County. Then they got to hit the road once more, but we'll deal with that when it comes. For now, Tampa Bay celebrates 3 points over their arch rival, Louisville City. Hope you enjoyed it tonight on Galazzo Network or on Tampa Bay's 44. For Ryan Davis and our phenomenal crew, I'm Drew Felios. The Rowdies win 3-2 the final. Congratulations to Tampa Bay, and everyone have a great rest of your weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
Thank you, boys. That was some bad shit there.